Hi, I'm Ari. I'm Georgia, and we're the founders of the Troll Project. Troll Project is an anonymous, safe, and supportive social network where everyone can freely express themselves. Throughout Target Incubator, we've run through the different workshops and mentors that we've had how to better design around the guests and our users in general. It's crazy. Target has mentors for everything and anything you could want. It's really a unique opportunity where there's no strings attached other than for you to do something that has an impact.
The unit.
Good evening, members and the rest of the world. Welcome to another edition of The Truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God. I'm Andre Reed.
Hey, you want to break down?
For the next hour, let's forget about the black man. Let's forget about the white man. Let's deal with the human from a Bible perspective, if you will. Feel free to call in at 901-452-3094 or 901-324-7490. With any comments, suggestions, agreements, or even disagreements we may have. We can agree to disagree without being disagreeable. We got a Truth Radio show brought to you by the Truth Radio Network. We deal with everything from sex, race, religion, politics, and even sometimes sports from a Bible perspective. At the end of the day, let God have the final authority.
Amen.
Okay, now, today's show, starting off with this one. I received a phone call, some texts, that is demanding equal time. He said, you give time to that sinner, that liberal, that other guy, that CNN watcher, and I demand my time as a believer, a conservative, and a Fox watcher. And I have to admit that sometimes I get quite frustrated with the black conservative. I'm working on that. And to show you that I'm working on it, Shab sent me a question and said he wanted to know how black conservative felt about the Fort Worth shooting. Me with my silly self, you know what I did? I forwarded the question to black conservative.
Okay.
And black conservative being as black conservative is, he answered.
Mm-hmm.
Here is the succession of texts that black conservative sent me back with his answer. Here we go, y'all.
Message from Black 4. I think it's an unusual tragedy that happened. I remember growing up, when we were our brother's keeper, I noticed my neighbor front door open at 10 p.m. and is now 2 a.m. in the morning, and the front door is open. I probably will walk over there and say, Mrs. Johnson, is everything okay? Are you in there? I noticed your door open. Or perhaps I will call and say, is everything all right? I would not have called the police unless there was a problem.
Now, that's what here's the next one. The next one I got to read it because he said, I guess, group text. He said she had some sorry neighbors as an excuse. They were too cowardly and afraid to walk over and see was the woman okay. Yet they called the police. And now they want to blame the police, and I don't know what the heck happened. A young woman home by herself with the door wide open at 2 a.m. in the morning is 28 with a little son. There's a missing link here somewhere, and we will soon find out. But I would give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she fell asleep, didn't realize the door was open, got up, noticed somebody walking around her home with a gun in her hand, pointed at the police. Unknowingly, he fired back. Police were just doing their job. My question to all of this is, if your police come to your house answering at the front door, if the police or whatever they are give a command, she should have responded unless you live in a mansion. And if she didn't, the question would be, why not? Any law-abiding citizen would have responded to the police. As I say, there's a missing link here. Just don't add up. Okay, here's the next one.
Message from Black 4. I'll give you a good example. The same thing happened at my house. My wife and we all went out to a birthday dinner. I did not get back home till at the 12 o'clock. When we got back home, the garage door was open and the door to the house was open and the front door was open. What do? We called the police. We did not go in.
And here's one more.
Message from Black 4. It took the police about 30 minutes to get there to our house. They went checked the house. At the door they stated that it was the police and he walked through our house. If anyone was in there and something was wrong, they had opportunity to correct the problem. It was not the case with her and that is very disturbing. I don't think the police is wrong and if.
And the last but not
Okay. No, hold on. I got
Message from Black 4. If you and Lisa were my close neighbors across the street, there is no way on God earth that I see your door wide open at 2 a.m. in the morning and not walk across and find out if you're okay. There is a big disconnect in this.
If I was your neighbor, your door at 2 o'clock in the morning, if I ain't got your number to call you, I'm calling the police. What the burglars in there? What somebody got murdered? But that's his opinion. Got a call of you?
We got D call.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Send him to me. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show. Up jump the devil. Well, Beelzebub, how are you? Well, now he said that he is a card-carrying conservative believer that watches Fox News, and he feels like it's only fair for me to let him counter you, a card-carrying liberal sinner that watches CNN. Is that fair? Is that fair? Is that fair? That's it. Okay. I am. Now here's your chance. Here's your chance. Mm-hmm. No. Well, now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. According to Black Conservative, it is not. Well, now he said it is the fault of the public, the neighbor and the lady. No, the neighbor did make the call. Oh, yeah, because on a welfare check. You know, we used to have to do welfare checks for my dad before he died. And what the sheriff department do, they come out there and they knock at the door to see if we can get an answer first. If they didn't get an answer then they walk around the perimeter of the house to see if it looked like anybody had broke in anything. And even then, they didn't just go in the house and stuff. They called one of us to come over. And that's the way they did it when we called for my dad. I just got a text somebody said they can hardly hear the caller. It's a tragedy because, I mean, that girl was a young student, graduated with a degree in biology and was going to medical school, and she was a sweet girl, man. She was sweet. Right. What do you mean the other side? Now, what do you mean you said the other side? Oh, okay.
You know, man, when that car was pulled up there, that's exactly what that did do. That they did before they robbed that guy. He pulled up on the parking lot and he stopped right there. A couple minutes later.
He would never be the same. And you know, I'm glad you said that. People don't realize, even if you're the murderer, once you murder somebody, once you even witness a murder, your life will never be the same. It can't be. It can't be. Okay. Okay. Do you think it's right that he was charged with murder? What murder? Are you saying first degree murder, second degree murder, manslaughter, reckless homicide? What type of murder? Well, now I'm telling you what first degree murder. That means that you're saying that this man came upon that house and had made his mind before he got to that house that I'm gonna go kill this woman. Okay. Well, okay. Well, let's go to the degree. Second degree murder means that you meant to kill him, but you didn't plan on killing him. Just the incident that happened, you lost your temper and you killed him. Manslaughter is that you killed somebody. Reckless homicide is where you kill somebody, you weren't trying to kill them, but your recklessness caused them to be killed. Okay. and that's what I thought too. But I'm telling you something, you better watch. This DA better be careful not to overcharge this man. I'm telling you what I mean. In the Trayvon Martin case, that's the reason that the jury found George Zimmerman not guilty. Not that they didn't think that he should have been punished for the death of Trayvon Martin, but for what the judge charged them with. They didn't think that fit the crime, so it forced them to come back with not guilty because he got overcharged. You had to watch that. Well, now, if you do manslaughter, that's still where you had the intent to kill somebody. Yeah, and police officers are trained to shoot to kill. Okay. No, ain't none of that. Ain't none of that. That only happens on Barnaby Jones. Let me ask you this. When are they going to get past the point of the black people power? Because if you want, and I'm not trying to be ugly, but the fact of the matter is, if you just really dealing with a black person getting killed, well, we got to deal with that every day because that happens every day. Why can't it be the fact of, okay, we need some police reform, whether it's black people or white people? But why is it that it always, because I showed you yesterday with a statistic that more white people got killed this year by the police than black people. They fly right over that subject. I don't care about that. All I care about is when a black person is involved. And then you have people coming on the radio, they killing black people every day, they killing black people everywhere. Well, if that's the case, what about these 400 and some white people that they kill, almost 100 more than the black people? Are they killing them every day too? I mean, how does that work? Okay. I can't just be a man. How can you just be a man? You can't just be a man. Can you just be a man? Why? Yeah. I want to hear this. What? God didn't make you as no black man. He made you as a human. Oh, come on, man. Okay, well, tell me this here. When God made you as a black man instead of a human, what different characteristics do you see in the Bible where God used to determine the black man from the white man, from the Asian man, from the Hispanic man? The Tower of Babel, okay. Okay. They were not the same color. They spoke the same language. Okay. He scattered the languages. Okay, I'll tell you what then. Let me go ahead and teach you some white. Then you be white. Say, good morning, how are you? Good morning, how are you? The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain. Now you're speaking what? Now you're speaking white. You're a white man. You're a white man.
Mm-hmm. I've been white all of 15 seconds. I don't like it. I want to be a black man.
Why? Why? You keep saying they victims. You keep saying that they're getting misused. You keep saying they're getting killed by the police. Why do you want to be a black man?
Well, let me tell you. I'm here to make changes, man.
Oh, really?
That is my sole purpose on this earth.
To make changes? Are you going to make changes for all humans, or are you just making the changes for the black man?
For the black man.
Just for the black man.
man.
What about my white brothers and sisters now? What about them? Do they get some change too?
Sir, they got changes the day they were born. The day they were born. I thought I just told you, all of 15 seconds I was white, and I didn't like it. That's the reason why I didn't like it.
Okay, let me ask you this. You ever seen in the summertime, there's a group called Habitat for Humanity. You ever heard of them?
Hey, that's little Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter, right. I've seen these white people, I can't say all over the world, I know in North Memphis, ever since I've been growing up. Every summer, they have a group of white people, most of them young white kids, and they come
do that over here.
Okay, they come in impoverished black neighborhoods, in neighborhoods where they got able-bodied men. Right. And they come in and they rebuild houses, and they don't charge for the supplies, they don't charge for the labor, and they even employ some of the younger black children in the neighborhood to work on the houses that they pay while they come into the black neighborhoods where they have able-bodied black men to fix up the houses. Those white people like that, you got something against them?
So that's a word that you need to use when you speak Habitat for Humanity, and that is humanism. Okay? Those guys are being human. Okay?
Okay.
All of us could be.
Okay, humanism. Okay, that's a good word. What about these white guys that they fought in a thing that's called the Civil War? And these white guys fought against men that were actually their brothers and their cousins and their uncles.
Right.
And they died so that black men could no longer be in slavery. Is that an example of humanism?
Those were the good white people.
Those were the good white people.
Yeah. Hey, look here, man. You've been very nice today.
Okay.
Pastor Scott.
Yeah.
Could I tell something to my lady mother Joan before I go?
What you want to tell Mother Joan?
I want to call her to order and stuff. Will you allow me to call her to order?
Okay, let me hear this order.
Wait,
hold on. Before you go, I got to ask you one thing. Have you heard about Project Veritas?
Hey, Pastor Scott, stop that.
So you have heard about it?
Yes, I have heard about it. That little old cute dude is a fraud, man.
And what do you think about Project Veritas? Well, that's okay. I'm gonna play it in a minute. You can call me.
I know you will. Don't do the devil's work,
Bye.
Good one, man.
And for those of y'all that don't know, I'm gonna play it in a minute. Project Veritas is one of the reporters from CNN. For 6 months, he was recording the owner of CNN and the staff of CNN and all that, and he has it on tape recorded with their voices that they're admitting that they're making these stories up and that they'll just put anything out there as long as it goes against Donald Trump. You know, in Juneteenth, the reason they celebrated is because the slaves were free and nobody had got word to the slaves in Texas and those areas right there, and they got word to them in June that, hey, y'all free now. Well, guess what? Project Veritas is the Juneteenth for black people. Y'all free now. Y'all ain't got to be enslaved by CNN lying to you no more. Y'all's free now. The truth is out there. We got a caller queue too. Send them in. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Brother John.
Hello, Brother Ray.
Hey, Pastor.
Yes, sir.
You know, I love the other guy. Because you know, if our medical, we can help our medical people right away. All we have to do is ask them if you're a Republican or Democrat or you're black or white before we do surgery on you. If you come into the emergency room and look at he's black.
No, that would be quite interesting. I know one thing. I'm glad they ain't got a black brain transplant because somebody might get healed.
You got that right, because you know when someone comes into the emergency room, we gonna ask them. We have to know their name and they give us their information. But can you imagine if we look up and see oh man, he's too dark. I don't like him.
No, imagine they need a blood transfusion. Now make sure you give him some black blood now. Give some Ricky.
Ooh, yeah, all of that. I mean, when are we gonna just be man?
Just human, man. We're just human. That's all. We're just human. It's so right that people make it wrong.
Yeah. I mean, without Christ dying for us and paying that price, you had a good message on standing on the promises of God.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one of the guys that's coming to visit me from Wisconsin, I remember I told you when I used to write the check from Pennsylvania?
I know it.
He's coming to visit me next month. He's coming to visit me from New Zealand. He wanted to stop in and see how Brother Ray doing now.
That's a good thing, Ray. And it was funny you mentioned bouncing. You made me think about LeBron James. What makes him think, because he dribbled a basketball, that he can tell people about world affairs? He's running around here trying to chastise Daryl Morley when he's speaking on China. He's uninformed. Maybe he need to go get informed and realize that the Chinese government looks on black Americans as being inferior. He's so busy trying to promote dribbling a basketball. You're not no ambassador for the United States, man.
Yeah, like I said, I paid $200 and some to go see that character last year. Take some kids from church that got A's on their report card.
Right.
I told my wife I ain't spending no money like that no more on these knuckleheads. After hearing that remark,
because you dribble a basketball, because you the star in a movie, like I'm supposed to take advice from you about my spirituality or about my political views. Man, that's insane.
Yeah, he's crazy, but you know that's like I said, I'm thankful that the doctors I worked with didn't ask you what color you was and what was your zip code to see how much can you afford this procedure in the ER.
Oh, they are too when they need medical attention. They very happy about white people when they come into the neighborhoods and rebuild the neighborhoods. Oh, they very happy whenever Life Church or one of them come out there and they giving away commodities and all that stuff. They line up like roaches around a chocolate cake.
Yeah, you got that right. So, but I thank God for you guys standing on the promises of God.
Amen. Amen. Bye bye. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show.
It's me.
Is you?
It's me.
Who are you?
Mimi Chris.
Mimi who?
It's Chris.
Which Chris?
Chris, the one you talked to yesterday.
So this is not the
Exterminator.
This is not the this is the on the fence Chris.
This is a straddler.
I'm glad you called, Chris. I thought about you last night. I was doing my prayers. I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
When you straddle, what is your views on this homosexual movement?
Oh, Lord, why did you have to ask me anything like that?
Well, because see, now I know who you are and know where you're coming from. I know which way to drive. You know, you ask me many questions about the Bible. I want to get your ideology on things. What is your view on this homosexual movement?
The way they're going right now, all I can say about that is it's getting out of hand.
Is it a sin?
Oh, very much so.
Okay.
I mean, all through the Bible.
Are you homophobic when you say that you that is a sin and you don't want to embrace it?
Well, no, I'm not a you got to remember where I grew up.
I'm not talking about you individually. I'm talking about people at home. You know, the homosexual community. If you say that homosexuality is a sin, or you say that you don't want that you will not embrace that, then they say that you're homophobic and you're hating on them.
No, it's not a hate, because first of all, that's a strong word, and you're not supposed to hate anybody that God made.
Okay.
Now, the question I wanted to piggyback on white versus black.
Okay.
Okay. I have glaucoma,
Okay.
so I don't see that well anymore.
Okay.
I stopped driving in 2014.
Okay.
But I had a friend at work that would pick me up, take me into work, and carry me home.
Okay.
Didn't charge me a dime for almost 2.5 years.
That's a blessing.
Then after he retired, there was another one that took me the last part of my career, picked me up, and took me home.
I mean, God will bless you with two angels like that and you on the fence. Wow, go ahead.
Thank you. You gonna get that one in, ain't you?
Every chance I get.
I understand. Now, these gentlemen came up with me from New Orleans over to here after Katrina. Let me tell you something. Because they didn't charge me, I tried to pay them gas money. I tried to do everything that I could for them. No, this is friendship. And both gentlemen happen to be white.
Okay.
Okay? Now, you talking about...
Are you white or black?
Come on now.
I don't know.
I'm an African American.
Are you really?
I'm African American.
I thought you were white.
Nope.
I'm serious.
Are you serious?
Don't you remember I always ask you which Chris is this? Is this the exterminator Chris or the other Chris? I thought you were white.
I grew up in a very integrated part of California called Fort William and Oxnard, Ventura County.
Okay.
And they taught us how to speak English.
Look, the views and opinions are those are the callers of this station. Not the host, not the host or the management.
Most people do not know that I'm an African American if I talk to you on the phone.
Right. And I know some people like that. I do.
And one day I called.
Say chitlins. Let me say chitlins.
I'll tell you a little story.
Say chitlins.
What?
Now chitlins. Chitlins. You know what chitlins are?
They're chitlins.
I knew you were going to say chitlins. Which is the correct pronunciation.
And it's not a flow, it's a floor.
Come on, we got to wrap it up. But you know, wrap it up real quick, my friend.
So anyway, now check this out. Anywhere that my people take me anywhere, I gotta pay them.
Okay.
So I said that to say this. If we call each other brothers and family and sisters and all this kind of stuff,
I know where you're going.
you understand why I don't even have to end it.
There you go. Thank you, my friend.
All right now.
And brothers don't kill each other. Shouldn't anyway. We were like, dog about Cain.
Yes. This is King Fraser. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello, King of Pop and Fraser. How are you today?
Yes, I enjoyed what you said last week. You know exactly what you were saying about that Risperdal.
Okay.
Yeah, you say your wife works in the mental health field?
She does.
She's
She's a college professor also.
Huh, sir?
She's also a college professor. She teaches sociology, so she teaches on different subjects like that.
Oh, man, yeah. This is very fascinating. You just sit down and listen to her.
She is.
It's wild what she has, the knowledge that she has about that. And I really like what you said about the inmate that, with the tray.
Right. That's a true story.
That's pretty much the gist of it.
That is a true story.
That is a true story. That is a true fact. That Risperdal, I've got quite a bit of it right now.
I can tell.
If you was, okay, let's see, today is Tuesday, in 3 days we'll be looking at the weekend. You take you take 1 or 2 pills now, I'll see you Friday. So see, that's probably what Michael Jackson needed. Michael Jackson didn't need propofol, he probably needed the Risperdal.
King of Pop, let me hear you sing in slow motion.
Oh, well, sir, I'm not able to do it right now, sir. I haven't had my lunch yet.
Oh, okay.
So, yes, sir. But another reason why I called today is, hold on, why did I call? Oh, yeah. the reason I called is because it's sad what happened with the officer down in Texas.
It is. It's a tragedy. It's a tragedy.
A lot of people don't understand. A lot of police are actually dangerous people with a uniform on.
They are. And when you find a dangerous police officer with a uniform, he's dangerous to the citizenry. It doesn't matter whether you're a black citizen or a white citizen. He's dangerous to the citizenry. In fact, you don't want to get stopped by them.
Because, see, a lot of police officers are dangerous people with a uniform.
That's why I think those police cams need to be mandatory for all police officers. Because if he didn't have that dash cam on, that police cam on with this girl, we wouldn't have the evidence that we have.
And see, Jim Strickland said about a year or so ago that they can discipline an officer if that camera's not working right or whatever.
Right.
He or she needs to report it. They don't need to be right.
And if they turn it off. Something needs to be done. Because Mike Williams and his son, them, with this incident where they shot that boy, they turned that police camera off and they turned that police cam off before they shot that boy. That's a red flag to let you know something going on that shouldn't be going on.
Yeah, you right about that. I'm not gonna hold up the line anymore, gentlemen.
All right, thank you for King of Pop. And just in case y'all want to know, how do you sing it in slow motion? Beat it, beat. What's the song he had? Billie Jean is not my woman. She just the girl that thinks that I am the one. That's how they do. That's how they do. That's how they. Look, y'all, be careful about sending y'all children to these colleges. My granddaughter, oldest grandchild, only girl. She left here, engaged to a young man that was in the military. He was going off to a career. She was going to do her first semester of college down in Arkansas, either Arkansas or Alabama. After one semester, she came back, church-going girl, engaged, told him, no, we can't date anymore. I'm not going to church anymore because I'm lesbian. These schools are indoctrinating our children. CNN and MSNBC, when they take this fake news and put it out there, they're the main one that they're pushing it at. Well, there's a new movie coming out called No Safe Spaces. You heard about it, Q? No. Let me play a clip from it. Y'all need to know about this. You need to go see it, too.
The university. Undoubtedly the one place where the free exchange of ideas meets with intellectual vigor and civility.
You're disgusting! Slap, you racist mother!
The university is ours. It's factory system to anyone who opposes us.
There will be resistance, and it will not be peaceful.
Free speech is free on campuses unless you're hearing ideas you don't like.
Resistance to violent hate speech is not another act of hate, it is an act of love.
Free speech was never meant to protect love speech. That's not the point.
Humans don't really like freedom of speech. They definitely like their own freedom of speech. They don't necessarily like your freedom of speech that much. It is ideological fascism. You must be one of us or you're unwelcome.
We live in very bleak times with a whole lot of conformity and a whole lot of cowardliness.
Whether you're left or right, if you're honest, the First Amendment is under assault today.
Do you need $600,000 of security to hear all of that? The universities are so overwhelmed by this that I can't see how they can extract themselves from it.
We should probably pick cabins to do these speeches versus college campuses. We should go speak to the Unabomber shack.
This becomes tyrannical, man. You can't even make a joke without worrying about being crucified. Isn't it spooky we're having this discussion?
Are you testifying in front of Congress? I am.
Why are you testifying? What have you done?
Do we get to keep these pads?
Whoever told you you only had to hear what didn't upset you?
I want every student on campus to be physically safe. But if you mean emotionally safe, I don't know why you're in college.
If you want to feel good, get a massage. It's oppressor versus oppressed, and you're a hero if you're on the side of the oppressed.
Do not choose the side of the oppressor!
You cannot be happy if you think yourself a victim.
You don't agree with Mr. Picker's views at all?
We have common sense in common, and that means we have everything in common.
When's the movie coming out again?
No Safe Places. It would give you a depiction of what's going on in our colleges and universities around the world. I went to the University of Memphis my senior year, and I noticed that we had got to the finals, and there was some older black guys, those guys looked like they were in their 70s, 80s, and they were passing out those little tracts on the New Testament with Psalms and Proverbs. And these guys, they didn't really like it and stuff, and what they did was a group of students, they got in a truck, and they drove by where the older white men were passing out the Bibles in, and they pulled their pants down and stuck their butts out the window to them, man, and mooned those people. Simply because they were passing out Bibles and New Testaments. These liberal universities, be careful when you send your children there, because they'll come back as somebody that you don't know. I played the clip of what Black Conservative thought about what happened in Fourth Ward, yeah, I think it was Fourth Ward. Here is a retired black officer from the Fort Worth Police Department, and she's giving her view of exactly what happened with this incident. Let's take a listen to that. This looks like, oh, this is showing a trooping bull. I don't want that. Police officer, let's see, can I get it up again? Let's see. Okay, I gotta go back to CBS this morning to see if we can get it. CBS this morning. Oh, also, Sheena Armstrong told me to make sure I make the announcement. Open enrollment started today, y'all, from October the 15th. Let's see here. It's from October the 15th to December the 7th. If you're on Medicare or Medicaid, give Sheena a call. She can find out if there's more stuff that you qualify for. It doesn't cost you anything. So that way you can make sure that you're getting all the benefits that you're supposed to get. So give Sheena a call at 303-8804. Again, that's 303-8804. Call Sheena and make sure, she's the best I've seen, and she's going to make sure you're getting all of what you're supposed to get. Her services for this does not cost you a dime. So if you're on Medicare or Medicaid, give Sheena a call just for a wellness check. 303-8804, 303-8804. The last testimony I have is Timothy Young. He went to Miss Sheena, and she saved him hundreds, I repeat, hundreds of dollars. And ensure that he was paying. Yes, she deserves it. But here's the clip with the Texas police officer. Let's take a listen to what she has to say from her viewpoint. If all you exterminate need, don't forget Chris and Godfather Pest Control, 581-5534. That's 581-5534. Wait for this commercial to end. I think it's over now. Here we go. Yeah, here we go.
A white former police officer faces a murder charge this morning for shooting a black woman inside.
I'm gonna try to forward this to you because mine we want to play the buffer game today.
Okay, I got you.
I'm gonna send it to you now. Maybe to play now. Let's see.
His home. Aaron Dean posted bond overnight following his arrest late yesterday. He resigned earlier in the day before he could be fired from the Fort Worth Police Department. Dean shot 28-year-old Tatiana Jefferson as he was responding to a neighbor's call for a wellness check. Omar Villafranca is outside Fort Worth Police Headquarters. Omar, good morning. How are the victim's family reacting to this murder charge?
The family is relieved that the officer was arrested and charged with murder, but they're quick to say that this is not just about the officer, but the way the Fort Worth Police Department trains their officers. And we talked to a former Fort Worth cop who agrees and says the department needs to change.
As a black male former police officer, I'm afraid when I get stopped.
Former Fort Worth police officer LaRonda Young says she doesn't trust the department's officers, and she feels 28-year-old Tatiana Jefferson's death represents a clear breach of protocol.
Officers are shooting before assessing situations. If that officer had simply knocked on the door, that young lady would be alive today.
Officer Aaron Dean resigned yesterday. Body cam footage shows the moment he shot and killed Jefferson in her home on Saturday.
Put your hands up! Show me your hands!
The video shows Dean, who's now charged with murder, never identified himself as a police officer.
The front doors have been open since 10 o'clock.
He was responding to a 2 a.m. wellness call from Jefferson's neighbor, but Interim Police Chief Ed Krause said it may not have been clear there was no emergency.
If they thought they had something more criminal, then a more tactical response be warranted.
Jefferson's siblings Ashley and Adarius Carr say it's a sign the department has to change what their attorney called a brutal culture of policing.
No gun shouldn't even been out. There was no threat.
When you heard the gunshot came through a window, what was your response?
No, that's drive-by material.
Police Chief Krause agrees there's no excuse for Dean's actions.
What can you tell members of the community who have told us incidents like this are why they do not
trust Fort Worth police.
I tell them I get it. We're trying to ensure that they act and react with a servant's heart instead of a warrior's heart.
Dean was charged with murder, but the investigation will not stop there. In fact, Fort Worth city officials have handed over a preliminary case to the FBI to look into possible civil rights violations. We are expecting an update on the criminal case later on this morning. Anthony?
Such an upsetting story, Omar. Thank you.
Found a lot of his background to make it civil because they're going to show that he shot her specifically because she was black, but excuse me, Mr. Chair, tried to go every time I see the girl's picture, I want to cry. I think about 28 years old, and she got a degree in biology, working at a pharmacy, and getting ready to go to medical school. And they showed the clip of her with the skeleton describing the brain and all the bones in the body, and all that. I said, Lord, have mercy. It's a terrible waste, terrible waste.
Yes, but he said, put your hands up, and by the time he said it again, he shot her already.
And he never identified himself as a police officer. There was so much wrong that happened on that particular call, and I don't know if that is the climate of the Fort Worth Police Department, but I do know that especially with this age of artificial intelligence and modern technology, with all the cell phones and all going out there, it is incumbent to me upon every police department for police officers to have their dash cam and their body cams on at all times for the safety of the citizen and the safety of the police officer. I mean, because there have been cases where the body cam on the police officer has actually caught the people lying. Remember the clip I played about the preacher that said the police harassed him and did all that, and then when they played the police cam and stuff, come to find out the preacher just got mad because they wouldn't let him get away without a ticket. And he lied like he had been harassed. So we're in a time where I think that that's necessary. It's not about black and white, it's about wrong and right. That's what we need to be focused on. 901-452-3094 or 901-324-7490. Let's go to the phones. The caller?
King of Pop.
Again?
Yes, sir.
It's easy one, but we didn't got no caller. King of Pop.
Yes,
I know you did, because the address to the church is 1561 Boxwood.
Yes, sir.
Memphis, Tennessee 38108. Or you can go to AndreGuy.com, click on Revelation Christian Center. You can financially support this radio show. I know you want to.
Yes, sir. Let me explain what this officer.
Okay.
This is why Q said in his material, keep your hands on the wheel to avoid the kill. Saying all that to say this simply means a police officer has oftentimes have to make a split-second decision.
True.
I think that officer got afraid and overreacted.
Possible.
Because the young lady had a gun in her hand.
And that's understandable. If I'm at my house by myself at 2 o'clock in the morning and I see somebody flashing a flashlight from outside through my window, I'm finna walk through my house with a gun too to see who is this flashing his light through my window.
Now, I didn't say she was pointing the gun at the officer.
Right, I know. Now, I saw the gun on the floor, but I'm saying if she did have the gun in her hand, I can understand her having the gun in her hand. If somebody was around your window at 2 o'clock in the morning flashing the light in your house, and you get up to see who that is, are you gonna go unarmed?
Oh, well, I got a dad. I ain't got no gun.
Oh, okay.
Let me hang up the phone.
I've been at King of Pop, last time we called, he said he went to the bank, got $1 million off in the head to England and do a tour, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That must have been a quick tour.
Yeah, I know one thing, all he got is a bat. He got that $1 million, he better shut up, don't get him out of his address, because they hit the robber looking for you. You're an easy target. But he can't move fast on that wrist pedal, so they know they're going to whoop you. 901-452-3094 or 901-324-7490. Is that a caller?
The Black Conservative.
Uh-oh. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show.
I am your most erudite mind, brilliant thinker,
Mr.
political philosopher.
What is it, Mr. Bowler? And I told you, and I'm going to stand by my word, I'm working on not letting you frustrate me, because you got the right to have your opinion and stuff. And if I can take other guy who is a liberal sitting CNN watcher, then I should be able to take a little time with Black Conservative and Mr. Bolden as well.
I approve it enough.
Yeah, I know you too.
He get 8 minutes in all the time anyway.
Yeah, he's sneaking. He radio prostitute.
Yeah,
He's a radio prostitute. Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Best one.
Yeah,
Best one ever heard.
Let me say this here while y'all on my time, but I ain't got too much of. I'm just like saying my time is short on here. First of all, let me just say this here. Black folks, y'all act fool all the time. Y'all always act a fool. Anytime the police shoot a black person, y'all come out to woodwork like y'all auditioning for a Tarzan movie. Oh, we gonna overcome. Oh, this is justice. Oh, us want to do this. Yeah. There's been so many shootings in Chicago. They killed so many black folks, you can't even count them on the bus. Look, the truth of the matter is, none of y'all black folks, not one of y'all, when that young 4-year-old black girl got shot through the apartment window in Atlanta, with Janelle Coleman, 4-year-old girl, black got shot through the apartment, shot that little black girl in the head. I didn't hear from not one Democrat politician. You didn't hear from Al Sharpton. Wasn't no protest. That the black guy, Raymond, who shot her, Richmond, who shot her, they had to look for this guy for a whole week just about to find him because y'all wouldn't turn him over. Now, this white police shoot this black person, and I ain't saying it was right. I think that was messed up, and he should have his day in court. But I didn't see none of y'all political leaders, no representatives. I ain't see none of y'all protesting or asking the police to do something about to stop drive-by shooting. Y'all wasn't nowhere to be found. Now y'all act like y'all so concerned and us, we being targeted. I'm so scared to go see walk around get stuck because the police may shoot me. That's crazy. They had 3 blacks that shot each other in Memphis yesterday. Here's the deal. As I said to Pastor Guy, my question is, that old cowardly, punk sissy neighbor who called the police on her.
Wait, hold on, Black. What if it was a burglar in the house? Or what if it was about to have been murdered in the house? The right thing to do was to call the police for if I don't have my neighbor's number to call and check on them, I'm not going to go walking up in their house at 2 o'clock in the morning. I could get shot.
Look, let me tell you something, Pastor Guy. You must think I'm Boo Boo the Clown.
Yeah, I do.
I guarantee you, he watched that girl come in and out of that apartment.
Come on, man. The man said the door was open at 10 o'clock and he knows that at 2 o'clock it was still open and stuff. What sense would it make if he peeping Tom watching her coming in and out of the apartment to call the police in it? The last person I want to see is the police. I want to see some binoculars.
If I saw my neighbor door open at 10 and it's still open at 2, I would go say, hey, anything wrong over here? Are you okay?
You gonna walk up in there.
No, I didn't say I would walk up in there. I'd knock on the door. If he knew the girl, probably he didn't have no connection with her. So there's a disconnect.
He might not knew her number, but he knows her door was open from 10 to 2. That's abnormal.
Well, why he didn't call at 10 o'clock?
Because at 10 o'clock, it might be she taking the grocery in, or she might just ain't closed the door yet, or she might be getting some air. But that's what made him call, that the door been open from 10 till 2. At 10, he probably knows them, then people doing something happen. No, wait a minute, that door's still open.
Why did he call the police at 11 o'clock?
Because it didn't register with him then. It registered at 2.
Well, why was he up at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock?
Man, who knows why that man was up in his house, man? He might have been playing a video game. He might have been watching a movie. He might have insomnia.
You know, that's why I believe what Mayor Harris said.
Now they got to explain why they up in their house. What time you go to bed?
Oh, I'm going to tell you in a minute. This is why I agree with Mayor Harrison. When Mayor Harrison said this crime and things that happen in the black community, it's not a white problem, it's not a police problem, it's not a mayor problem, this is a black problem.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
Ain't no way in the world my neighbor's door would have been open 4 or 5 hours and I not saying, hey, are you all right? Let's go check, I
bet you don't even know your neighbor's name or address.
That's this and that. So everybody, I feel so bad for this girl.
I do. It literally makes me cry.
I really do.
When I see that girl's picture, it literally makes me cry. I mean
I just hope she died in faith in Christ.
I do too.
I feel so bad for that girl.
I do too.
All these black folks pretending on crying and
look, I gotta catch the next call, but before you go, I want to hear you say, I love black folks. Say it, Black.
Black folks.
Say
I hate black folks.
I said, say I love black folks. Say it.
I ain't gonna never say that.
Bye, man. I told y'all. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hey, what's up, Pastor Guy? What's up, kid?
No, how you doing?
What's going on, RC?
This is RC.
Yeah.
Man, RC, I forgot to play Project Veritas. I gotta play it tomorrow. Have you heard about Project Veritas?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, they got the owner of CNN and the reporters and everything, got them on tape saying that they know they putting fake news out there and they're gonna keep putting it out there as long as they can talk about Trump. Ain't that something?
Yeah, I always know Pastor Guy, they've been putting fake news out there. That's one of the things I agree with Donald Trump when he say things like that. They've been doing that.
Okay.
Not about just Donald Trump. They've been putting fake news out there about black people. That's one of the reasons the climate we have today.
Well, okay.
It's so easy to shoot black people, you know what I'm saying?
Well, it's easy to shoot black people. It's easy to shoot black people in America because they shooting themselves.
Yeah, for Pastor Guy, like I said,
Shoot every weekend in Chicago.
In Memphis.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead, RC. You gotta make it quick though. We got about 1 more minute.
Okay, well, basically what I was trying to say is one of the things I agree with Donald Trump when they talk about fake news. You know what I'm saying? When you paint a picture of a certain person to be labeled as a threat. So anytime a certain police officer approach certain people, they will come not only to instill law and order, some of them come to neutralize a threat. When there's no threat.
No, I see. I hate we ran out of time because you really talking good sense. But before you go, I want to hear you say one thing for me. Say one thing for me. You ready?
Okay, let me say this right here before I go.
Say, make America great again.
His black ancient ancestors said, if there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can't do you no harm.
Now that you read that, now say, make America great again.
Pastor God, just like I said.
Say it, I see. To make America great again. I'm out of time. I gotta go. Bye, y'all. Love y'all. If you like the show, support the show. Go to AndreGuy.com. Bye. Here come Nod. Hard Nod. Finna give y'all the picks of the week.